Today, supporters and opponents of recreational marijuana in Florida took to the high court in Tallahassee to make their case. The Florida Supreme Court is considering a 2024 proposal to put recreational marijuana on the ballot.
And that would allow voters to choose whether recreational marijuana use should be legal for those over 21 in Florida. Here's a look at all the states that have now legalized recreational marijuana. There are 24 of them, as well as Washington, D.C. Those states you see highlighted in yellow just voted to legalize recreational marijuana this year. Ohio is one of them. It was already legal in the states highlighted in green. But here in Florida, as News4Jax reporter Vic Micolucci shows us, the state's attorney general is pushing back against the language of the proposed bill.
There are already dispensaries all across the state of Florida like this one in 5 Points. That's for someone with a medical marijuana card, a license. This would be a different story, allowing recreational use of cannabis for anyone over the age of 21.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Florida Supreme Court, please be seated.
We think in several ways this ballot summary is misleading.
Not so fast, says Florida's Attorney General. One of her top lawyers spoke to the state Supreme Court in Tallahassee today against this push, allowing voters to decide if they want recreational pot in Florida.
There is at least ambiguity in this ballot summary that a reasonable voter could look to and think this will not be criminal under federal law, or at least there will be some
I don't know
subset.
how a voter could, when it says it does not immunize violations of federal law, how a voter could be confused by that. I'm baffled by the argument.
Basically, it was an hour of lawyering, legal back and forth over whether the proposal is misleading, because recreational marijuana is still against federal law, no matter what the states decide.
It's a solemn responsibility of citizens and a solemn right to amend their constitution.
John Bash represents the group that wants recreational marijuana to be on the ballot next year, giving voters the choice. Floridians overwhelmingly voted to support medical marijuana use in 2016.
2 years later, we're here with virtually the same language.
The Supreme Court has not returned an opinion on this latest idea. Last night, however, voters in Ohio passed an amendment to their constitution, making it the 24th state to legalize medical marijuana. The states in blue have decriminalized recreational weed. Those in green allow medical marijuana, and those in gray ban cannabis altogether. We asked you on News4Jax.com if you support recreational marijuana use here in the state of Florida, and we got dozens of responses. Viewer M said, "I think it's a stupid idea. I'm sick of smelling it everywhere I go." Christopher said, "Wonderful. It's way overdue. Medically, it's been a boon for the Sunshine State." Heather wrote, "I would be ecstatic. Next step would be to exonerate everyone for past marijuana convictions." And an anonymous viewer told us, "As a medical card holder, my only concern would be availability of products due to the accessibility to everyone. As I use the products for pain and anxiety, I'd hate for availability to become an issue." Under current Florida law, anyone in possession of 20 grams or less faces a misdemeanor with up to a year in prison and a $1,000 fine. More than that is considered a felony with up to 30 years behind bars and a maximum $200,000 in fines. Vic Micolucci, Channel 4, the local station.